Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is our 100th lesson. Can you believe that? 100th lesson on this JavaScript series. You can find this course. It's a free course on freecodecamp.org. Just head over there and start if you haven't, and you thank me later because it's a beautiful course. Okay, the title of this lesson is okay. Before I go on, I'd just like to have your inputs. You that is watching this video, and if you've been watching for a while, I'll just like to hear from you. How have the videos been? Have they been helpful? Is there something you'd like me to want to treat or teach? And do you like the way or the consistency of the videos? I know it was a bit more consistent some weeks back, but recently I haven't been so consistent. But what would you want? I just want to know. So you can drop your ideas in the comment section. Thank you so much. And then I trade through an array with a for loop. Yeah, this looks like we've done this before. I don't know why. Okay, I think this is a whole challenge, right? Okay, okay. The common task in JavaScript is to iterate through the content of an array. Yeah. For loop is using array. Arrays are so common in programming, so it's very important that you take time to learn how to work with them. And one way to do that is with a for loop. This code will output. Why do I have a feeling that we've done this before? Is it really just a challenge? Okay. This code will output each element of the array ARR to the console. Okay, we've done something similar, right? But it's not exactly this. So we should remember that arrays have zero-based indexing, which means that the last index of the array is the length minus 1, and of course the first index is 0, and last index is always length minus 1. The length of an array is simply the number of elements in an array. So this has 5 elements, but the index of the last element is always length minus 1, in this case 5 minus 1, which is 4. And if you count from 0, you can have, you see, you have that this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is index 3, and then this is index 4. All right, so our condition for this loop is I less than r dot length, which stops the array, or which stops the loop when I is equal to the length, right? In this case, the last iteration is I equals 4. That is when I becomes equals to r dot length minus 1, and output 6 to the console. Yeah. So then I increases to 5 and the loop terminates because I less than array dot length is equals is false. I hope that makes sense, right? So it's just simply saying that once once I becomes 5, or once I is greater than the length of the array or equal to the length of the array, this loop terminates, all right? Or this for loop is completed. So this for loop is only going to run if I is from when I is equal to 0 to when I is less than array dot length, and in this case array dot length is 5. Like the length of this array is 5. So it's going to run through 0, 1, 2, 3, and it's going to stop at 4. It's not going to get to 5, all right? So in our simple challenge, you're asked to declare and initialize a variable total to 0. Use a for loop to add the value of each element to my element of the my array to total. I wonder how this is pronounced. My array, my r. Get a total. So we are just simply asked to like loop through this array, and then of course create a variable that we're going to use to put in the sum of all the elements of this array. And that's quite simple. So let's go ahead and create our for loop for let I equals to 0, I is less than my array dot length I plus plus, right? So um we should create a variable called total. So let's just have a variable called total which equals 0. So I'm gonna add all the elements into this total variable. This is so simple. Total plus equals my r I. So I believe this is quite easy to understand because we've treated this a lot in previous lessons. So we're using this is simply fetching the elements of the array at a particular index, all right? So once I is 0, it gets us the element of my r, this array which is at index 0. If I is 1, it gets this element and this until it gets here. And then this line of code simply, adds it into total, into our total variable. So let's just go ahead and console.log total, and we see that it's 20. So on the fourth iteration, you say it's something like total plus 0 or plus equals 2. On the second iteration, it's like total plus equals 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. If I want to expand this more, what is actually going here is total equals 0 plus 2. As on the first iteration, because total on the first iteration is still 0. So this is actually our total, the value in our total variable. On the second iteration, total becomes 2. So we have something like this: total equals 2 plus 2. On the third iteration, total becomes 4. So it's going to be total equals 4 plus what and 4, right? Because the third one is 4. On the fourth iteration, it's going to be total equals 8, right? 8 plus 5. And the final one, and the total equals 8 plus 5 is 14, right? 14 plus 6. And this is our final iteration. Total becomes 20. And that's why we have 20 here. I hope that makes sense. If it does not, you could drop a question in the comment section and I'll answer it immediately. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, let me run the test. I'm not act so proud. Yeah, okay. So it works, all right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next lesson. Bye.